What's up, Cluckers? J.R. Warnett here, and have I got a chicken treat for you. Today, we're going to have a feast de resistance on Mike's Chicken Crunchers, which is a kosher chicken place in Lakewood, New Jersey, on Chestnut Drive. We have a lot of chicken to try, so I hope the battery on the new camera is going to work, and I hope you're ready to watch a lot of chicken crunchers. So, sit back, and let's get a look at the goods. So this is what we got, a chicken feast from Mike's Chick. There goes a cat in the background. Mike's Chicken Crunchers. First we have a barbecued egg roll. Then we have Mike's original chicken crunchers. We have over here Pilsner and pretzel, which is sounding really good right off the bat. Right next to it we have hickory barbecue, bunch of sauces, a couple different chicken sandwiches to try, and a few sweet potato corkscrews. First up on the menu is something called a barbecue egg roll, which sounds awfully delicious. And inside, it's actual one of the things on the menu that's not made with chicken. It is barbecued beef, kind of like pulled pork. You can see it's got little onions in there, little sizzlers in there. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's tangy. Real tangy. Take a little piece, another little piece of that before I try the actual crust. There's some tangy sauce right there. Let's go in for the first bite. Full of flavor, real savory. Whatever sauce they're using is like a vinegar sauce. Open up, deconstruct it. Pretty good. Second thing I'm going to try is these sweet potato corkscrews, and that's just a fancy way of saying sweet potato chips. Real thin, probably fresh cut. Because you have to fry them. You have to eat them right after you fry them right away. Not bad. Let's try to dip it in one of these sauces and see how that does. A little bit of garlic mayo. Honestly, it doesn't really add a lot to the chip because it is a thin chip. Pretty much just like a little bit of fiber to have with your chicken. So far, two of the items we've tried from Mike's Chicken Crunchers are crunchy. So I guess that's a step in the right direction. First up on the Chicken Crunchers menu is the hickory bourbon. Now, that looks like a real piece of chicken to me. Mike's Chicken Crunchers advertises that it's fresh, never frozen chicken, very crispy and crunchy, and just looking and feeling at the outside of the chicken, it is very crunchy, obviously. Try a little crunch. Very crunchy. Breading's all the way around, all through. Tastes pretty good. Let's go in for the whole meal. That's good. Tastes a little bit of garlic. Not bad. A little moist. Not too moist, but moist. It's got an interesting taste, like a little bit of a tang. It's not your average chicken nugget, I can tell you that. And the chicken crunchers themselves come in half order or full order, and according to their menu, it's a half pound or a full pound of chicken. So we got the half for all the chickens, just to try them, just to mix it up a little bit. Let's try a little bit of this ranch sauce. I'd say you definitely have to dip it in sauce because the chicken itself is good, but it is fried chicken, so eventually after the first 5 minutes or so it will get dried out. I'm not getting really a lot of the bourbon. I mean, I like bourbon. With this beard I kind of have to drink bourbon, and I drink a lot of bourbon. Not often, but when I do, I drink a lot of bourbon. Hickory, yeah, a little bit. Good crust on the outside, nice crunch. The second chicken cruncher we got today is the Pilsner and pretzel. And if you look on the outside, you can definitely see it's got little crunchy bits of pretzel on it. Let's pull one off and see how that goes. Tastes like a pretzel, so that's good. Let's go in for a full bite. Sans the dip. Different type of crust than the last chicken cruncher, of course, because pretzels are a little harder to put on there. I like it better than the hickory. On their website, they advertise with chicken breast, freshly cut, so it is white chicken. It is moist, pretty good. Let's try to dip it in this orange Thousand Island dressing sauce. Come on, you gotta tell me when there's debris, folks. There we go. Tragedy averted. Definitely, I would say you have to dip all these chicken with the dippers. You can eat them by themselves, but they are going to be a little dried out. Ooh, whatever is in that orange sauce is pretty good. Not bad, not bad. We're getting better. We're kind of working up. Let's see how the third one is. It's time we go for the third chicken of the day, and we saved it for possibly the best one on the menu. This is called Original Crunchers. Mike's Original Crunchers. And they advertise that they put cornflakes on it, and surprise, surprise, I can see cornflakes on the outside. Let's take one off. Yep, it's cornflake, all right. I know a lot of fried chicken out there. Usually you have the flour, you get the egg wash. I have heard of Wheaties being put on chicken as well. Cornflakes too, to keep it nice and moist when you fry it. Gives it a little crunch. Let's go in without the dip. Oh, that's better. That's better than the other two. Right off the get-go. Definitely tasting some garlic. There's a little bit of sweetness in there too. I'm sure it's from the cornflake. Time to dip. Going in for the garlic mayo. There's definitely a lot of garlic in all the dips. If you watched our Jollibee video, you could tell that my wife and I love garlic. You know, now that my taste buds are warming up, chicken is kind of getting good. Real good. Try a little more of that garlic. Mayonnaise. Oh, a lot of chicken here. But alas, I have to try my chicken sandwich. Hold on while I unwrap it. It's heavy. It's like picking up a newborn here. Let's go in for the money shot. Hashtag money shot. Pretty big chicken sandwich. Definitely heavy. It's got some girth to it, much like myself. Go in for that side chicken action. Oh yeah. So this is the Southern Fried Chicken Sandwich. Now it has coleslaw, it has 2 big pieces of chicken, it has pickle, and it also has a little bit of maple syrup. It's time to get this beard dirty. Messy. But then again, it's got coleslaw on it, so of course it's going to be messy. Those are good, coleslaw is good, chicken is nice and moist. Then again, with all this sauce on it, it should be moist. It's definitely messy. I would say that. I'm not really a messy sandwich person, as you can tell by my facial fuzz. Let's try a little bite of the chicken without anything else. Not a big, like a big chunking piece of chicken, because a lot of times you bite into a big piece of chicken and it's like this thick and it looks good, but then when you get to the center, it's like dried out. This is not that. My only complaint is that it's messy, because I'm going to have to hose out this beard at the end of the session, and that takes like 20 minutes. So that's going to be a problem. Really tasting the syrup. I'm sure it's in with the seasoning and the breading. Getting a little sweet, but I don't think it's a syrup. I'm going to need the big comb for tonight. Can you keep a secret? I stole my wife's sandwich because I'm going to try a bite of that one too. It's supposed to come with pepperoncinis and onions, but my wife had to get the PG version, not the PG-13. It's supposed to come on garlic bread because we've already touched on the garlic situation. Bite. Ooh. Not tasting the garlic off the bat, but I am tasting that sauce, whatever they put on there. Steak is tender. It's got pickles. The garlic, mayo. Bread is nice and soft. Pretty good. Give you a nice little piece of steak. That's good. Not bad. Saucy and messy, just like me. Now it's time to rate this chicken fiesta. I have to take a lot into consideration here. We did order a lot of food, and relative to other restaurants in the area, it is quite expensive. The steakhouse sandwich itself is $19 for a whole sandwich. That's almost $20 for a big sandwich. This was, I would say, about the same size as a Wawa sandwich, like a whole. The chicken is very fresh. It does not taste frozen. Very creative with the sauces, very creative with the crunch on the outside, with the Pilsner and pretzel, and of course the cornflakes on the other chicken sandwiches. The corkscrews were one of the things that we thought were going to be okay. We thought they were kind of like wedges and so forth, but it's like sweet potato fries, and they're good. So overall, with all that being said, I'm going to have to give this entire meal a 3 out of 5 Redbeards. Taking into account the chicken itself is good flavor, but it's not super flavored. The price-wise itself, the whole meal we spent almost $90. So everything on the menu itself is a little on the high-end price side. If you like chicken and you want some crunchy chicken, check it out. We actually got DoorDash, so not taken away from that, but you have to eat it like right there. So other than that, I am going to finish this meal with my wife, and of course the cats are going to try to jump back on the table. So we got to get rid of that. On the Twitter, you can find me on the YouTube. Redbeard Food Reviews, out.